So, hello everyone, welcome back, and we are in the middle of working on an Amazon jumbo envelope journal, and we have spent a few sessions together working on covering the cover that we made. This is style number 1. This was the front cover and the back cover. This in the middle are designs that were printed on fabric, and then we have actual colorful fabric around the perimeter all the way around, and we brought those fabrics over to the inside and then put 2 nice end pages there with a strip of muslin down the middle, and finished off journal number 1 this way. And then style number 2 was a quicker version. Instead of all of these individual pieces of fabric going all the way around, we just used one fabric behind there and a second fabric here, and you can see the printed fabric on top. We have this beautiful crest up here and a trim down here that brings some of that gold tone down here for balance. And then on the back we have some of it again, and another image printed on the fabric itself. And this has all been hand sewn on, which I did off camera. And then this is how I finished off the inside. We have the fabrics that were brought around to the inside. I put a strip of one of the fabrics down the middle in back of the papers this time, and I chose these lovely, very nice papers to use as end papers, in part because everything out here and on the back is so busy. And so I thought it would be nice to open it up and see something really clean and fresh on the inside. And I just thought this was a nice change of pace. So that's as far as we've gotten. We have decorated the 2 covers. I'm going to be decorating the inside journal itself on this one, which should match up with what we made together in a previous video as our skeleton inside. And then this one I'm working on off camera and working ahead so that I have a better idea of just where the direction that we need to go on. I don't want to be kind of doing all of that on the fly on camera, and I'd like to be a little more prepared. So I'm going to show you, first of all, this is the inside so far of the journal that I will be decorating on camera for you. You can see that these are envelopes that have been glued together in a specific way to where we will have an interesting, fun journal when it's all done. This one has not been worked on at all. This I will start filming today on this one here, but I want to show you the one that's going to go in this one. That's how it'll look. And so I wanted to show you briefly what I've gone ahead and done in advance on this journal so that you'll get an idea of how nice and fun this is all going to work out as. So I did the cover. I wanted to, it's kind of the same design you see in the background. Of course, on paper it's much more vibrant, and so I wanted to lead off with that one. I think the opening page is an important page, and so I wanted to have that repeat going. You can see I haven't done anything here at all yet. But as you get into it, I have completed this spread here. You can see this is an envelope here, and it opens up there. And there's also, this is an envelope as well. So we'll be putting ephemera in there as well. And then if you flip it over, these haven't been addressed yet, but inside I've already done these two flaps on both sides and the spread that's back here. So you can see how fun this is all gonna turn out to be. Let me back out a little bit here. So we have that. This will flip over. That will be decorated. And this is what I have on the back. And this here that is separate at the moment, this is all going to be combined. So this is how it's going to finish off. So on this particular one. On the one that I will be doing on camera, it'll be similar yet different. And so I look forward to doing that, and I will show you as we go along in working on that one. I will periodically show you this one as well, so you can see how similar they are and yet how different they will wind up being, and a lot of fun and very satisfying and fulfilling when they're all done. So we'll put that one away for now. And so on camera, I will be doing this particular one. And so here's the inside of it. And I started out using these very busy kind of country floral print in the background, glued together, and then this is cardstock that's folded in half, and this will be a cover when it's all said and done. So I like to start with an important image here on the front cover, and so the decision will have to be made whether I want to first cover it with a fabric. I'm thinking maybe not. One of the reasons why I chose black cardstock is to be able to frame various images with black instead of white or another color. And sometimes I'll cover it and sometimes I won't. So now looking back at the cover, we have this big B in Memoir. And so here's what it looks like printed on paper. And so I think I'm going to do the same as I did on the other cover. And I'm going to start the inside off with the same image as I have on the front cover, which will be this. And then the back cover of this one has this funny looking man sitting like he's in a restaurant and thinking hard, and I have that printed off on paper over here. So I'm going to use that on the back and this one on the front, which means that I'll be cutting them out of the paper. And I am going to use the black cardstock as my background. I'm not going to cover it with fabric, but I do need to trim off these white borders, and that way the black background will be able to frame it nicely. First thing I'll do is cut the image in half and proceed from there. I hope all of you are doing well, having a good day, well and happy and safe. We all are in different parts of the globe, so wherever you are, I hope you and your loved ones are doing well. The size of my cover stock is just an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock, and so this is going to be placed there. I need to trim off a little bit more. I'd like a little bit more of the image to show, and so we'll take off a smidgen all the way around and a little bit at least off that side, and I think I'm going to take off about 1/8 of an inch on the bottom. So let's see how that goes. Okay, that gives me a nice about 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. So that's what we're going to do for our cover. And I'm going to use a wet glue. It's in a different container, but this is the same, what's it called? Art glitter glue. I'll have links in the description box below the video. I didn't know if I was going to use this page as a page. That's why it's got printing on the back. But as it turns out, I'm going to glue it down, so I have to say goodbye to the image. I will be covering a good deal of this envelope journal with imagery, so I'm anticipating that the actual spaces being left for journaling will probably, in many cases, come from the ephemera that is eventually added. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of the back cover. What I decided to do on the other one was address the full page cardstock places before I do anything else. That way I have some of my biggest spaces nailed down before I start doing anything to flaps or ephemera. We do have a lot of flaps. We also have envelopes in there that have our window envelopes, and so I kind of like to leave those to the end because they take a little more thought and work, and we're a little bit large on this one too, so I'm gonna shave off about a 1/16 of an inch on each side. So let's see how our fit is. I'm going to take a little bit off the top. As I have said often in videos, you want more on the bottom than you have on the top, so that the base feels very supportive to what's above it. So I have a nice, good, strong, large section at the bottom, and it's kind of trimmed off at the top to match the sides in terms of width. So we get about a quarter, a little more than a 1/4 inch going all the way around 3 sides, and then a large bottom down here, and that has a really nice, good, balanced feel to it. Here was another page that I had printed on the background. It's kind of some of the ideas I was thinking about for this particular journal. Some Florentine designs. But what I'm coming to find out, because this is an oversized journal, at least in the height, that if I don't splice something together, I'm pretty much going to need to use fabrics or some 12 by 12. Come on. Or some 12 by 12 scrapbook paper in order to take care of the height. Pretty sure I'm not out of glue. I don't know what the problem is. Yeah, there's glue in there. Okay, here we come. That's more like it. Okay, so that takes care of the front and back cover. And I might as well go ahead and take care of this space too. But I'm about to, I have to start a new clip. So we'll stop right now and I'll be back in a sec. Okay, I'm back. So here are other choices. Oh, I know. I had decided I like these two together in a double spread. I think they look good together. They feel nice and balanced, equally heavy and interesting. So rather than do that, put them on the inside of the cover, which will be separated by the other part of the journal, I'm going to move them to this inside section here inside the journal, so that I'll have this on the left side and this on the right once I trim them down. Now, this particular envelope wound up being a little bit wider than the one I used in the other journal. So it's a little wider and a little taller as well. So I think I'm going to have to cover at least this side with fabric because the cardstock is not big enough. So if I were to choose fabric to lay down first, what do I want to do? This is a nice fabric that we're just wide enough or tall enough to cover that. And then I think if I put that down there, let a little of that peek out all the way around, that should look really nice. So I'm going to do that first, and then we'll see if I have enough fabric left over to do the other side the same, or whether I want to leave the other side black or put a different fabric there. So, okay. Now, I like frayed ends, so I'm quite happy to have this be very frayed all the way around, even if I need to help it along a little bit, that's fine too. That's going to take me off to right about there. Okay, and for this, I'm going to need my fabric glue. So I think we'll kind of take it in stages. Let me put this one up here. Put a clip on there to kind of hold things in place, because I don't have any extra fabric to spare. Sometimes you can pull on them a little bit. Okay. By the way, if you have any questions on anything, please do put them in the comment section, because I do check those and I do respond to people, and I'm more than happy to answer questions, whatever they may be. This dispenser is really a cake frosting dispenser. I found that it was a little softer than the dispenser that the glue comes in, so I transferred over to this one. But it still is harder to get it to come out. I want to pull this a little bit more, stretch it more so it actually does cover all of the journal. There we have that part, and this edge is going to be covered a little bit by what I put down inside of this blue envelope, so you're not going to see this blue when we're finished. I'm not going to worry too much about the unevenness of the fabric on this side. It'll mostly be covered over. And so on top of this, let's see, we're going to do this, right? Yeah. I think that's a better combination than this. So this one will be on that side. This is on the right side. And I need to trim. I didn't get a good cut there. I think we're good there. And we got a little bit of white showing up here. I'm just going to snip that off real quick. Got a nice clean dark edge. So now I need to use the same fabric glue. Because even though this is paper, it's going to be attached to fabric. So I just, you know, maybe the other glue would work okay, but it does take a longer time to set up and adhere. And so this fabric glue, I think, is just a little more dependable. I think I may throw a little bit of that other glue into the mix here as well, just so I feel more confident of how this is all going to adhere. Make sure I'm putting this on right side up. Yeah. Oh, wait. I do it that way. Then okay, if it opens, then it opens, and you got a femmer there, and you flip it over, and you flip it over again. Okay, I put it on the wrong side. Okay. So we just adapt as we go. So now this will go on the opposite side. I will trim down the fabrics a little bit. It's not really much longer. It just is, we've got this bigger envelope on this side. So just want to make sure this is what we're doing. So open it up. Then you open it up, and you've got that, the same as the other one. And then you flip it over, and you flip it over. And then you go like that. That's what we're doing. I hope you can see that this is a nice, fun, challenging project. It does require you to make a lot of decisions in many different ways, and that's, I think, part of the fun of it. It does require patience and you know, some determination. I think it's always fun to give viewers a bit of a surprise and not have everything be real obvious or expected. Okay, I'm laying that in approximately the same height as what I have over here. We just have a bigger background. Oh, wait a minute. Jeez. Thought I noticed that. Pay attention. It's harder to pay attention when you have to talk and explain things as you go. So I am glad I'm glad I saw that before it was too late to lift it back up. So there will be some odds and ends I'll take care of later off screen, but that's giving us a pretty good start. Okay, I thought for a minute I had made a mistake, but here's how it's going to go together. You'll open up the front cover. There will be image here. Probably put another pocket or something here or across here to change this up. That will be determined. And then you open it up and you have the double spread, and you open this and then you open this. You've got pockets on both sides in those, and then you flip it again. And now, unlike the other one, we've got these two envelopes at the end of the journal instead of at the beginning of the journal. So you'd open that up, there's a pocket there, you open that up, the pocket's up here, and then there's a big pocket here. And then you would close that up, and then here's the inside back cover, and you flip that over, and that's the back. That's how this one will be a little bit different in terms of the layout from the other one, and just make that notation that they open a little bit differently than each other because they were initially glued together a little bit differently. Having said that, let me remind you, if you're interested in any of the papers that I'm using in this project or other projects I've done, please visit my Etsy shop, Miss Darling Arts, and you'll find great resources there to digital kits of all types, not only backgrounds but pages and also ephemera. And then any of the products or tools that I use in videos that are not available in my Etsy shop, I try to put links in the description box at the below the video so that you can find access to those resources as well. So be sure and look there. Thanks for sticking with me. I've enjoyed having you. Hope you found this helpful and enjoyable and perhaps even inspirational. And so if you have, please give it a like and share it with family and friends and anybody that you run across that likes doing DIY projects with paper and fabrics, and I'd appreciate the support. Hope you join me in the next one as we continue to journey on in our Amazon journal, which of course, will eventually wind up going in this cover. Until I see you again, this is Miss Darling calling this a wrap.